Hello everyone, it's Anthony Couch, a guitarist on YouTube. Every note that you just heard me play there was just played on one string, and that is the theme of the entire video today, because I've got three easy-ish shred licks for you that are just played on one string. We as guitarists, we like to make things as simple as possible, so then we can do it, and we can do it faster. And that's what the idea is with this, that I've come in at a bit of a speed that is accessible. The licks here can be taken on into intermediate and advanced levels. In fact, you're going to hear these licks in a minute, and then when I explain what they are and how to play them, I'm going to give you some tips on how to take them to the next level. But before we get on to that, we all love shred solos and all the crazy, difficult guitar solos. What I actually want to know today is which band has got the easiest guitar solos to learn, the most accessible techniques to pick up. Let me know in the comments down there. So here we go. Here are your three licks, all played on one string. Before we get going with this one, the chord progression is just fancy versions. I'm doing ninth chords, but to strip all those away, I'm playing an E minor chord with some chugging, a G chord, like that, then back to E minor, then to a C, C major 9, or added ninth. So that first lick then, if we're going to do stuff on one string, then it makes sense that we're going to do some of this tapping, open string tapping, left hand tapping, where as soon as this hand picks something, you're left with all that vibration going on, which makes the hammering on a bit easier to do. So you can do stuff like that. And if you know the scale really well, then you can take up some nice, interesting ideas that double back on themselves and go up. That's what was going on with this lick. Here's the tab, and here it is slow. I chose to end this on the note B. The chord underneath it at that time is a G major, take away the ninth and it's just a G major. So why would I end on the note B over the chord of G? Well, the chord of G is made up of three notes, isn't it? G, B and D. So I'm outlining, I'm using that chord tone as a strong full stop. That's why the lick sounds like a good full stop. Then on the second repeat of that lick, I don't end on a B, I end on the note C. Do you remember the chord progression from earlier? It is a C. So I'm outlining that root note. Really important to consider stuff like that. Target notes, chord tones. Don't just shred shapes, think about the scale and the chord that you're currently playing over. And as I said earlier, I'm going to give tips on how to take these to the next level. Well, this one, surely the speed, you can go stuff like that. You can jump over patterns. So I went up, down one, up, down one, up, down one. You could do stuff like this. Stuff like that. Start lower, use the whole neck. I was doing side by side notes. I was only doing 2 notes as well, so you could do 3. That one sounds nice. That gets into the realms of ultra shred, which I like. Okay, next up was this one. And the entire idea behind this as a lick, really there's 2 licks here, is that it's a legato workout. You get the hammer-ons on the way up and the pull-offs on the way down. That's all there is to it. Here's the tab. So there, I decided to start on the note G because I'm currently over the chord of E. So I just thought, well, I'll start on G. Why? Because E, G, B, they're the 3 notes that make up an E minor chord. Always got to think about what chord you're currently playing over. Then I did this downward legato one. So this helps with the pull-offs, 3 note per string pull-offs, which can be tricky to do. Getting that coordination and that smoothness is tricky to do, but once you get really confident with those, legato going up and going down, again, the obvious answer to building those up to something more intermediate advanced is the speed. So with the legato hammer-ons going up, which is easier than doing the legato coming down. Jump over, so just like before, you can jump over. Downwards. Yeah. Slopsville. Okay, it doesn't matter. You get where I'm coming from with that. Next up was the best friend of any shred guitarist who wants to work only on 1 string, because it was this. In other words, tapping. Tapping is really, really effective because it sounds fast, it sounds impressive. Once you build a coordination, it's not even that fast to play. So even though it sounded fast over the backing track, it's not really. This hand is in control once you've got the coordination. More on that later, but here is the lick slow. Now I know I might have changed the time signature a little bit there, the grouping of notes, doesn't matter. It's more important that you build up that coordination of the actual technique. And I'm outlining the chords definitely with that one. I've got the notes E, G and B for the first chord. Then when it jumps up here, I'm playing the G major chord, which is the note G, B, D. Yeah, so that makes sense. Then back to E minor, E, G, B, and then the notes, the chords C major, the notes that make it up, C, E and G. So I'm already playing 2, I'm playing an E and a G, so I just switch that B for a C, and now I've got a C major arpeggio. That's switching between E minor and C major by only changing the right hand notes. Well, let me know if you give these a go down there. I think they're really cool. You can definitely do more. And also let me know down there which band has got the most accessible to learn guitar solos. I've been Anthony Couch. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to see you in the next video. I'm just going to play some stuff on one string while all the stuff pops up by the side of my head. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.